Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa is among the few African leaders not attending the USA-Africa Leaders Summit because of targeted sanctions imposed by Washington for alleged human rights abuses by his regime. Foreign Affairs Minister Ambassador Frederick Shaba is representing Zimbabwe, which is featuring for the first time at the summit. Mr. Mnangagwa calls the sanctions imposed on him and his inner circle illegal.
As my government continues to entrench democracy, good governance and the rule of law, we are committed to vibrant, competitive and peaceful political contestations. Notwithstanding our success, the ongoing deleterious effects of the illegal sanctions continue to hamper and slow down our progress and the realization of sustainable and inclusive development. Zimbabwe is a peace-loving country.
Over the past few years, Zimbabwean government has campaigned against the targeted sanctions, claiming that they were hurting the country's economy. Harare has managed to secure support from several African leaders, including President Mokgweetsi Masisi of Botswana.
While we are confident of the resilience and resolve of Zimbabwe, as well as its economic transformation prospects, we are concerned that such measures are not advancing the cause of livelihoods of innocent Zimbabweans.
Jeff Flake, former Arizona senator who lived in Zimbabwe for many years, said he drafted a piece of legislation for the imposition of the restrictive measures following allegations of human rights abuses and election rigging.
I've long wished to see Zimbabwe prosper in a manner that its people deserve. What happened in the country since I lived there in 1983 is nothing short of a tragedy. That's why I, along with Senator Coons, introduced the Zimbabwe Democracy and Recovery Amendment Act, and the bill reinforces the markers that the new government needs to meet in order to forge a better bilateral relationship with the United States.
Apart from Zimbabwe, Washington has also begged restrictive measures imposed on some individuals by the Economic Community of West African States following a series of coups in Mali. Mustafa Diaby, a geopolitical analyst, explains.
Because African governments are already saying that they will not accept anybody to dictate them anymore what they want to do. So US is very careful by going to the sanction against Mali, because if you want to make somebody approach you, you don't want to be punitive against that, community. So US is not truly going to the sanction, but they are observing what, ECOWAS is proposing as a sanction against Mali.
Some individuals are also on targeted sanctions in the Democratic Republic of Congo following political instability in the country, which has vast natural resources. Some of them are M23 rebels. Ntal Alimasi, an international development professional and published researcher, says some individuals in the DRC are facing restrictive measures, even though it appears as if the sanctions are not being enforced by the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control.
What they did here, they specified that the Secretary of State, if he determined that individuals, either in the government or in the foreign countries, were harming the security of the DRC, or were harming the what we call the UN security forces, or were recruiting or utilizing child soldiers, etc., could at that particular point be, under the sanctions of, from the Treasury Department. I know there has been sanctions against, the current head of the M23, who is, Sultani Makenga.
From 2014, America also imposed targeted sanctions on former leaders and militia commanders in the Central African Republic for prolonging instability. For VOA Zimbabwe Service, I am Evans Zeninga in Washington,